What's up, guys? Welcome to Nutarot. I am an energy and intuitive reader, and I'm here to do the general reading for somebody. So let's see who's gonna get it. Scorpio. What's up, Scorpio? Thank you so much for being here. I hope you guys are doing well today. So today we're going to do your general reading. I'm gonna pull 2 oracles, clarify and give you some advice. I do offer personal readings. That information is in the description box below. You guys are doing a really good job at healing, okay? Keeping yourself grounded, keeping yourself in a certain peaceful state. Okay, a lot of you guys are staying hopeful about a situation. I feel like you are also accepting your differences, maybe within yourself or with others. You could be just becoming more accepting of certain things and not trying to control it too much. Some of you guys could be dealing with like a confusion. Some of you guys could be dealing with a confusing situation when it comes to love. All right. That's all that it has to tell you. Okay. That's all you need to know. That's your answer. Okay. Love is not confusing. Love is, if there's confusion, it's because that's not for you, Scorp. Plain and fucking simple. All right. I feel like someone's an actor here or something like that. It's like, okay, bro. Like, okay, bro. Hey, somebody likes to act stupid or dumb. It's like maybe that work with other people, like that dumb tactic. Yeah, people really out here acting dumb on purpose. That's crazy. Stupid is the new in. That's crazy work. Anybody that's true and authentic will read right through that. So yeah, I should really work on that. The first card you have is differences in reverse, number 36, with the 5 of crystals. Persistence and new possibilities. Okay, so this is the 5 of swords here. So I feel like you guys have a lot of luck right now, okay? Because somebody's being very petty or revengeful towards you, okay? I feel like somebody's very persistent with some type of petty or revengeful energy that they're doing. Somebody really wants you to be in lack is what I feel. With differences in reverse, this is somebody who you guys are not that different. I feel you guys are actually literally the same in some way. But I feel like somebody wants to make it seem like you are the one in lack, like you are the one that sucks. Like somebody's playing like petty revengeful games to try to do something, but it's like, bro, like we're literally the same. So whatever you do to me is because you see it within yourself. The 6 of swords in reverse, the sun in reverse, the 4 of swords, and the 4 of wands in reverse. Leo energy here. This could be about a marriage situation or a living situation. Page of Pentacles in reverse, the 3 of cups, the hermit. Virgo energy here. Could be about a friend or family here towards Virgo Capricorn. Leo energy here. So I feel like you're this 4 of swords, okay? I feel like you're just chilling. You're not doing anything. You're just resting. You're just here, okay? You're resting, you're relaxing, whatever. Whoever this person is, they're miserable. It could be a Leo towards Virgo Capricorn, okay? Somebody's very miserable here because they are stuck. They're trapped. Nothing is happening for them, okay? This person is running away from life. They're running away from their issues instead of facing them. The 4 of wands is in reverse, okay? I feel this person wants to start an argument, or, you know, is having conflict with other people in their life. So they want to kind of come at you or whatever. Okay. This is crazy. The Page of Pentacles is in reverse. I feel like somebody's having health issues. I feel like you are, you know, secluding yourself here. You are going within. You are introspection, introspecting. Alright, you're listening to your guides. You're listening to your inner guide within yourself, or your guides. And I feel like a lot of you guys are celebrating, and you're about to have some fun, and you're just gonna go do whatever you want to do here. So I'm hearing I told you so. Because with the Four of Swords and the Hermit, you're not batting an eye, you're not flinching a flinch, nothing. This is a situation where you're like, I told you so. This could be your child. You know, it's just like, man, I don't want to hear your sob story, man. I don't want to, like, and it's like, and because they don't want to face their own stuff, now they're trying to be petty, or now they're trying to, whatever this is, because this is giving me you right here. Let's clarify. What's the Six of Swords here in reverse? You have the Nine of Cups. Like chasing a dream. So this person was chasing a dream and they ended up getting trapped. The Two of Swords. This person doesn't make decisions. They just, it's like they wait for the storm to come to then build the hut. Like they don't. What's the Sun in reverse? The Four of Swords in reverse. Yep. Someone's feeling really, really down. Okay. Someone is they are not having any gratification in their life. Their happiness is blocked right now. They're very conceited. They're very pessimistic right now. Very pessimism. Okay, Four of Swords, and this person is just not doing anything about it. You know, they're just like, well, whatever. I'm just gonna sit here. But instead of not doing it, so it's like, okay. This is you, Scorpio. This could be you as well, but I'm not getting that. I'm strongly getting this as somebody else. What is the Four of Wands in reverse? You have the Queen of Wands, okay? Aries, Leo, Sag energy here. You know, I do feel like this person is very confident that it's like, they're like, well, you know, that's life. Like, you know, that's life. The Queen of Cups and the Eight of Wands. I feel this person, what you need to know about this person is that they like the drama. They feed into this, okay? They like this. They like to be in unstable energy. They like to be, they like to feel unwelcomed. They like to be unstable. They like lack of support. That makes them feel confident. That makes them feel bigger and better. You know, to know that there's people that want to see them like this, make them feel confident. But it's like somebody is staying in a situation because it gives them a boost of confidence, which is going to turn into toxicity in the future. Because your intention to stay in a situation is not because it's healthy, because it's clearly not. Okay, there's lack of roots, there's arguments, there's conflict with others or in life. There's lack of support, instability, feeling unwelcomed. How do you feel confident in that energy? This person's probably very insecure. What is the Four of Swords? You have the Seven of Cups. I feel like you don't see this. I feel like you're oblivious to this. You don't even know what's going on. Because I feel like you're in the Four of Swords. You are resting, you're relaxing, you're meditating, you are in renewal, you're solitude. You are in solitude to gather your thoughts. You are recuperating, you are retreating, you are in sanctuary, you are self-protecting, and you're in peace. That shit ain't peace. So of course you don't know what the fuck is going on over there because you're not there. You're where the peace is at, right? The grass is greener wherever you are, right? Yeah. So I guess you just need to know this is what's happening. I feel like you should not accept an offer from this person. Nothing, okay? This person is has a lack of progress in their life within themselves as an individual. I'm not talking about money or stability. They're not learning their lessons. They're not doing the work, okay? They're very immature. They're an underachiever, okay? They have missed a lot of opportunity. They have poor prospects. They're foolish. They're lazy. They're a procrastinator. They keep missing chances. No, okay? Do not accept anything from this person. Nothing. You have the Three of Wands in reverse and the Five of Wands in reverse. Peacefully keep causing delays. Peacefully keep causing delays. It doesn't matter. Okay, because do whatever you have to do to keep the peace. This person is coming towards you carrying that freaking bag of unstable energy, arguments, feeling unwelcome, no support. They're coming with that with a smile on their face. Look at them showing up to you. Yeah, this is what I have. The fuck? I don't even, you're just like, the universe is like putting you in a situation where you don't see it, you don't smell it, and you can't, because when you're in the energy of peace, that's all you smell. That's all you want. You don't, but I guess you need to see what's going on. This is somebody who's just like you, like I said. You would know. It's given like a daughter or something like that, or a child, like, yo, they're just like me. Or someone who you look at and you're just like, yo, that's my twin. Okay, something like that. And I feel like you told this person, yo, tika, and it's not working out, and they're trying to make it, they're trying to act like, yeah, it's working out, no, it's not. No, it's not. But okay. Okay, don't get involved. Okay, if you feed this monster, like I was telling Leo, it's gonna get too big. Don't let them figure that shit out by themselves. Okay, that is how we truly learn, is by going through it. The next card you have is Cycles, number 37, with the 5 of Shells. Hope and readjustment. Okay, so I feel like there's a cycle here. Is this you, Scorpio? This better not be you. Let me pull some cards. Where's the 5 of Shells and Cycles? The 8 of Cups. No, it's not you. The World, the 2 of Swords in reverse, and the 7 of Cups in reverse, with the 9 of Pentacles, High Priestess, the 8 of Pentacles in reverse, the Page of Cups, the 5 of Swords in reverse, the Hermit in reverse, and the Page of Pentacles. Like, bro, okay. This is the bozo. 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 Could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. That's all I have right now. Okay, Pisces. My bad. Pisces too. So I feel like you walked away from a situation here. Okay, you walked away from a situation and you closed out a cycle. Okay, I feel like as soon as you did that, all the clarity came back, all your, maybe you were foggy while you were in this cycle, okay? But you still kept the hope, you still kept the faith, you made whatever readjustment you had to make, okay? I feel like with this 5 of Shells here, there was somebody here that was being very petty, trying to get revenge. That's kind of the same energy as over here, okay? And I feel like all you did was readjust. You just kept the hope up, you kept the faith up, you never turned off your light of hope here, okay? I feel like somebody wanted you to keep going on this cycle, okay? And I feel like you ended that. That cycle is over, it's done, okay? I do feel like your intuition is telling you that you are single and independent from a situation, okay? You have detached from something. Now, okay? Because you have detached from something, this person is trying to make you lose focus, okay? This person or the situation is going to try to do something to either mess up your job or make you uncomfortable, make you lose focus, make you feel like, something is still not over, you're still in a cycle. No, you're not. But I feel like they're doing something to cause you to feel like maybe you're still there. The Page of Cups, the 5 of Swords in reverse, and the Hermit in reverse, okay? I do feel like the problem is that this person, it's kind of like they're repeating the same mistakes over and over again. They're not getting it, but it doesn't matter. You got it, right? You did what you completed your side of the situation, so it doesn't matter. It's kind of like I'm seeing 2 people like in a maze, right? And it's like you, and it's like the connection. You guys were both in the same maze for such a long time. You guys were both in the same maze, but you both had to find your own way, okay? But this person started to become petty and started to think it was a game, like a challenge, like who gets there first. It's not about that. It's not about first place or second place. You and this person just had to get to your spots. You just had to get there. You were butt in the middle of the maze, and you both had to find your way to the red side and the blue side. That's it. It was not about who gets there first. This person took it upon themselves to be like, oh, I have to beat Scorpio. It's like, for what? There's no competition here. Like, we all go on our own lane. So they started worried about your stuff, trying to sabotage you, trying to get revenge, trying to get you to walk in a circle. Literally getting out of their maze to come up to like they would like get further and further away from theirs just to follow you, without realizing that you are literally getting close to the door every single choice, right? Every single time that this person like tried to come at you or whatever, it's like it just you were still moving, like they're forgetting, like, oh shit, Scorpio, like, I'm chasing after Scorpio is still going towards that door, and I'm moving further away from mine, and that's why they're going to be in isolation. They're going to withdraw. They're going to be really lonely. They're going to be stuck. Okay, they're going to be repeating the past mistakes. They're going to go through a lot of rejection. This person's going to become antisocial. Okay, this person might even become depressed, whatever. Because imagine, you did all of that to stop somebody, but in reality, all you did was propel them quicker to the finish line. And then when they get to the finish line, you realize that there wasn't a race. And now you wasted all your time. And now you got to sit there, and now the maze is longer because you're all the way on Scorpio's side. Yeah, both started in the middle. Now this person is all the way over here. They're going to have to go through your maze and theirs just to get to their finish line. Crazy work. Just crazy work. And I feel like once you get to that finish line, here's a gift for you right there. Boop. And you weren't even expecting it, because it wasn't a race. It wasn't a race. They wanted to make it a race, and they lost so bad. So bad. And I feel like your intuition kept telling you, don't be petty, don't be petty. It's like you saw them. You saw them trying to do things or whatever. And it's like, you know what? You could have stopped, right? You could have stopped and did something to them. But your intuition was like, no, keep going. Keep going. Do not stop and try to be petty back. Just keep going. And that's the reason why your intuition told you that. Because there was a gift at the end that you didn't know about. And your intuition wanted you to get that. And on top of that, too, also for their karma. What is the Eight of Cups here? Let's clarify. The Eight of Wands. Okay, yeah, a lot of you guys are letting go of something, or you're walking away from something very quickly. I think you're getting help from the universe, your guides, your spirit team, whatever. It's giving very spiritual energy here. What is the World? You have the Eight of Swords. Yeah, I feel like, like I said, you were trapped in a maze with this person, but there was an ending to it. There was. It just felt like I feel like you felt like you couldn't see it, right? Because it's just like you were doing the maze, and then you kept looking back, and you're like, oh my gosh, this bozo's here. It just felt like there was so much that was on. It felt like probably Saturn was in your energy. Like, you're like, this is way harder than it has to be. Yeah, because somebody decided to be petty, The Four of Swords in reverse and the King of Swords in reverse. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. But don't lie to yourself, You can't handle every situation like this, okay? This was the only situation that you were allowed to sit there and, not to ignore it, okay? I feel like the universe is like, yeah, tell them that this was just this part, okay? Because I feel like you had to become... like I said, I feel like your intuition was like, yo, don't. And you're like, all right, I'm not going to say or do what I really want to do, right? That was only right. That was only for this moment. You had to maneuver and work this in a certain way because it was a cycle. And if you didn't do this in a certain way, it was going to keep happening, right? If you would have stopped and been petty, you would have been still in this maze with this freaking person, right? Because you would have stopped your own growth to try to talk to this bozo. All right. What's the Seven of Cups in reverse? You have the Death card in reverse. Okay. The Ace of Pentacles, the Lovers. I feel like this could be a relationship coming back to life for you here. Okay. The universe could have a gift that something is coming back to life for you. Something is coming into alignment. I feel like something here is coming. a renewal of something, a rebirth. Something that you thought was gone, it's gonna come back to light, change for the better. I feel like it's something that you want. Could be an apology. What's the Two of Swords? You have the Six of Wands in reverse. Okay, yeah, because I feel like you decided. It's kind of like you decided. You're like, you know what? If I don't make it, I don't make it. Like, whatever. You know, but you're just like, I'm not going to make it. You know, it's kind of like you thought kind of deep. I'm hearing legacy. You're just like, you know what? You're like, if this is being recorded, you know, like, what do I want people to see my last days to be, right? Me sitting here trying to get revenge on somebody, or me sitting here freaking running to the finish line, right? It's like you decided you didn't want to win something the bloody way. You wanted to win it the right way, even if that was the longest way. You have the Judgment in reverse and the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, because I feel like you're going to get some type of new opportunity here, but I feel with the Judgment in reverse, I do feel like the universe, the universe is like, someone is under heavy judgment right now. By the universe, by the angels. Okay? Someone's under heavy judgment. Because it's like they could have, you know, the Eight of Wands is here, but, you know, the cycles, it's giving me like, this wasn't supposed to turn into this. You know, somebody turned like something that was meant to be like very innocent, very whatever, into like a death match or something, you know, which I feel like you won. Whatever this is, you won. Okay. And you know, it's always because you are a Scorpio and you are willing to transform. You're willing to change. Okay. You're the only one in the whole zodiac sign that's willing to do that off of a whim. Oh, I gotta go. Oh, what gotta go? What we gotta throw out? You know, you got no problem doing that. You know, and that's your advantage. You know, and that's why this wasn't a competition, because if it was a competition, that would be rude of the universe to do that, because you would slay this person. The universe would not do that to this person. That's not a fair fight, because you automatically can transform into anything. So the universe wouldn't do that. This person literally caused their own demise. Like, that's why they're being judged by the universe. Like, bro, we wouldn't even do that to you. Damn. And you literally stood up and you literally tried to stand up to Scorpio. We wouldn't have put you up against Scorpio. Scorpio would have killed you. You're lucky that Scorpio didn't turn around and be petty, bro. This person's guides is so angry at them. Like, so angry. You know. Anyways, over here you have denial in reverse. Number 14. With 10 of acorns. Responsibility and dedication. Okay, so something is definitely you're not bugging. Something is definitely hard. There is a lot of pressure in something. You're not bugging. There is, okay? But I feel like you still have to keep pushing. This is not pressure where I feel like the problem is that this is a different type of pressure. I feel like you're used to feeling pressure just in general, and you just consider all pressure to just be the same or coming from the same thing. But I feel like this pressure is good. This pressure is not bad, but it is still pressure. So it might just feel like it's bad because it's pressure, but I don't feel like it's bad. What's denial in reverse and the 10 of acorns? You have the King of Swords in reverse, the 5 of Pentacles in reverse, the Magician in reverse, and the Page of Swords in reverse. With the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Leo energy here. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Gemini energy. Aquarius, Libra. Okay. Yeah, I feel like, you know, you with the 5 of Pentacles in reverse, you're safe. Okay. You're safe in a situation here. I do feel with the King of Swords in reverse and the Magician in reverse, I feel like there is somebody here who is trying to manipulate a situation. And someone's being too much controlling, okay? The Page of Swords in reverse. This person could be spying on you, stalking you here, gossiping about you. So I feel like somebody's changing their tactics. Because the 5 of Pentacles is upright. I feel like what this person is doing, they're not like, it's like, maybe, I don't know. I feel like the pressure is coming from somewhere else. Maybe before they were, I don't know, they were physically doing things, right? Now they are turning into gossiping and talking about you, and they could even be writing about you. They're just chatting. And that's the pressure that you're feeling. It's not them doing anything physical, because with the Five of Pentacles in reverse, like, you are recovering from, like, you're fine. But I do feel like now it turned into something else. And now they're doing something else in a different way, but it's not invasive. Like, like, go ahead, talk, right? But you can still feel that. And they probably know that. Okay, the Three of Pentacles in reverse, the Strength card, and the Lovers here. All right. I do feel like, this person's not going to work with you here. They're going to keep causing conflict. Like, that's all that this person is surrounded by a lot of conflict at work. Okay. Or there's a lot of disharmony with the people that they have at work. People are like calling in, be like, I don't want to be this person's partner. I don't want to be this person's partner. I don't want to work with them. There's a lot of office politics going around. Like, it's like people want this person to, like, sit in the freaking storage closet. And, like, people are, like, literally, like, going to the manager, like, yo, can we do something about this person? Because we don't want this person here. Okay, so it's like someone is so upset that their manipulation is not working. And now they're doing something else. Okay, the Strength card and the Lovers with the Knight of Cups here. I feel like a lot of you guys have found such a deep love for yourself. It's crazy. This whole situation just made you love yourself a lot more, a lot deeper. It made you realize how strong you are, how much respect and love you have for yourself, how much great of a person you are, how you make good decisions, how you have a deep soul connection with yourself, how you are very harmonious, how you're in alignment with your life. Okay, how you have so much courage, unconditional love, compassion. Let's clarify. What is the Magician in reverse? The Empress in reverse. Yeah, I feel this person is going to have to allow something beautiful to die, because, that's just what it is. But I feel like somebody, it's like they don't want to do that. They're trying to do everything possible. You have the King of Wands with the Five of Swords in reverse. Yeah, the universe wants you to be confident that the pettiness has stopped, that the revengefulness has stopped. It's just now, there's no smear campaign. They're just talking about you in a circle. You're being talked about in the group chat, whatever. But, like, they're not physically doing anything anymore with the Five of Swords in reverse. So that pressure that you're feeling is just them chatting. Page of Swords in reverse is talk, no action. Okay, like I said, gossip, insulting, scattered brain, cynical. These people could be cynical. Okay, sarcastic, and lack of planning. What's the King of Swords in reverse? The Hangman in reverse. Okay, yeah, I feel like don't lie to yourself. I don't feel like, I feel like the universe wants you to change your perspective. I feel like you have the Knight of Cups in reverse and the King of Wands in reverse. I feel like the universe does not want you to be upset here if you... It's kind of like, it's okay. It's kind of like it's like you started to do something because this mother effer was doing stuff, right? And now you're realizing, okay, then it's like you realize, I'm in the Five of Pentacles in reverse. I'm actually safe now. I'm actually good. Okay. And it's like, now you're like, so don't stay stuck in that. Like, it's okay for you to be like, okay, then I'm not going to do it anymore. Right? Like, it's okay for you to pull back and be like, all right, well, since everything is good here, then I guess it's okay. It's okay for you to not keep your promise. You know what I'm saying? It's okay for you to go back to regular or pull back. Just don't be mad. Listen to your intuition. Okay? You had to do what you had to do to protect your situation. You did that. You did well. You did good. And now, come back outside, whatever. Or go back to normal, whatever. What's the Five of Pentacles in reverse? You have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Listen. If you do not go back to regular, because you're going to end up losing a lot, okay? Anything is possible. And the Hierophant. Yeah, others of you are going to learn this lesson, and you are going to, keep the fact that anything is possible. I'm just going to do it. Even though I feel this pressure, I'm going to do it. I don't know how it's I'm going to do it anyway. Okay, you're going to learn a lesson, and the universe is going to provide you with a gift at the end of this, okay? Others of you, you're going to end up losing out because you are still keeping yourself stuck, okay? What is the Page of Swords in reverse? You have the Ace of Swords, because you know the truth. It's kind of like what you think, that they're gonna just stop the smear campaign and they're just gonna forget about you. No, their name is still now no smear campaign, great, but now they're gonna talk about you at brunch, at whatever, and that's the pressure you're feeling, is them chatting and talking about you. You know, but it's not the smear campaign, because you know that shit is, you know that they watch you still, right? On your social medias. You know, they're probably heavy watching your social media now to see what you're going to do, to see what you're going to say, you know, and they're probably commenting, you know, within themselves. And every time your name comes out their mouth, you feel it, you know, so that's fine. But you know the truth, okay? Stick to the truth, because don't allow something to fall apart because you don't want to be like, you know what, whatever. You had to do that, okay? You had to. All right. Let's get you some advice. What is the Five of Crystals and differences in reverse? You have lead by example. Yep. That's what you did. I feel that's what you're going to have to do. Like, okay, if you're not going to believe me, watch me, ooh, watch me, ooh, 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 ooh. Right? Right? Some of you guys could have Aries in your chart, okay? Or you're a leader of some sort in your life, and you're just like, it's okay. I walk a lonely road, the only that I have ever known. Don't know where it goes. You got no problem. Calm is not a weakness, okay? I feel like you know that. You know? And I feel like that's why you backed up. You like, oh, you like that rah-rah? You like that unstable energy? Not me. Calm is actually strength. They think that you're weak because you're deciding to stay out of the heaviness. No, you're smart. That makes you smart. Unlike them, they're dumb. They're like, oh, I look so good. Yeah, but you're dumb though. and we all getting old and wrinkly. So you need to start making smart decisions and stop worrying about how you look. What is cycles and the Five of Shells? Abundance is your right, okay? Yeah, abundance is your right. You have the absolute right to have abundance. And that's why I feel like you walked away. You're like, I have the right to make it to my thing. I was put on this maze just like you. And that over there, the ending, I have the right to finish. I have the right to get to the other side and see what's over there. And I'm going to do it. Give without expectation. Yeah, and I feel the universe wants you to know you're about to be blessed because you give without expectation. Okay? And I feel like this could have also been a lesson about that too. You know, it's kind of like, you know, don't expect, it's for them, I feel like, but for you too. I feel like it's something about expectations. I feel like you didn't expect yourself to, like, this side of you, I feel like you fell in love with yourself because it's like, this is the side of you that is like, not angry, not pissed off, not revengeful, not petty, not, you just don't give a fuck. Like, you're just like, you're not worth it, bro. You're not worth the little circuits in the brain to come together to create a plan to get you back. Like, you're not worth it. And if anything, I feel like now you're going to be more attentive as to those people that try to do that to you. You know, like, let me see how far behind you are. Like, let me just turn my back. I'm still running though. But let me just see. Damn, you far. Right? I feel like you learned a lot from this situation. Even though this person put you in a cycle, I feel like you were learning this whole time, you know? I feel like you were learning with this whole situation. I feel like you were being very attentive, you were being very attentive, selective. I'm seeing somebody jump over something. It's like you started seeing a pattern. You're like, oh, all right, after this fourth turn, this motherfucker always throws something crazy. So let me just duck already. Poop, and you duck and you see it and you're just so hyped. You're like, yes. You know, I feel like this cycle was crazy. Let's not act like it wasn't. It was crazy. But I feel like because you got to the finish line, you're just like, yo, I did that shit. I ducked all of that shit. I was bobbing and weaving. I created a plan in my head. I knew when they were going to come. I knew when they were going to throw that. because I was so persistent. I had not, right? You had nothing to do, but it's like, damn, you're gonna make me pay attention to you? I'm gonna pay attention. Let me see, I'm gonna pay attention. What are you doing? Okay. And you do that there, okay. But for your protection, you wasn't paying attention to get petty. You were paying attention so you could dodge and book it and they could fall on their face, right? Yeah. What's the 10 of acorns and denial in reverse? You have don't relinquish your power with possessed self-confidence, okay? So, yeah, I feel the universe does not want you to give in to the energy that wants you to think that something is still happening when it's not, okay? You know, and I also feel like, you know, that don't relinquish your power kind of goes to this, where it was kind of like this was the once in a lifetime situation that you were supposed to not get petty. You know, like this was a lesson in that. It's like, you know, I don't know. I feel like the universe doesn't want you to relinquish your power to the situation. Doesn't want you to give in and to make it and believe in that pressure. Like I said, that pressure is coming from somewhere else in a different form, but you're good. Okay, it's still there, but in a different form, but you're still good. I hope that makes sense. Okay, you have possessed self-confidence. Be confident. Be confident. Like, damn, y'all talking about me. I'm in that group chat. I'm in that group chat. I'm in my what's my emoji? You know, just be, you know. And honestly, this could be a Leo. Honestly, Scorpio, I don't feel like this is going to be something that's going to be hard for you to do, because you literally went through this cycle of this, you know, of the maze shit, and it's like, it's so hard for you to, it's gonna be hard for you to not be like, yo, I'm the shit. I'm the shit. It's gonna be so hard for you not to do it. Like I said, this person literally made it easy for you. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay, so remember that you're confident. Smell that, be that. Okay, focus on the positive. Yes, focus on the positive. Stay positive as much as possible. Obviously, there's bullshit. Okay, always, but always remember that there's always something good and something negative that's happening, okay? So that I have for you. I hope this helped. Have a good day or a good night whenever you watch this, and stay positive.